keeps walking around this house like he's your son, when he's not your son. He's adopted, and that is forbidden in Islam.
Which part is forbidden in Islam?
Adoption.
You gotta be wrong. There's no way that God, the creator of the universe, who we are now following, Allah, who is most merciful and compassionate, there's no way he would say something like adoption, which is the most compassionate practice a parent could do, is wrong.
Now, that little audio was played from a video called Islamicize Me, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a made up word. And these guys usually talk trash about Islam, even though I'm skeptical that these people even live or even touch a Muslim in their life. And of course, they start out with a premise that is a lie, that says that Islam bans adoption, which I was very interested in how they figured this. And of course, they straight up lie. And these people usually take like a hadith or some Islamic book that says Muhammad did some weird stuff that's not certified, that's not the Quran, and then they make fun of Muslims. If I can compare this to something, I would compare it to somebody who read like a a Gnostic gospel, which I guess it's a word that has a silent letter because it's pronunciated without the G, but whatever, a Gnostic gospel, and reading that Jesus Christ slept naked with a man, and then making fun of Christianity because of some outdated writings from the Gnostic Gospels. That's how I feel what these people are doing when it comes to Islam. And they straight up lied. They said Islam banned adoption, which it didn't. Actually, their reference is mostly talking about how you should, like, maybe even what you should say to your child, or if you have an adopted child, you should actually call them by the person you adopted from their name. It will show in the reference.
Which part is forbidden in Islam?
Adoption.
Lie.
You gotta be wrong. There's no way that God, the creator of the universe, who we are now following, Allah, who is most merciful and compassionate, there's no way he would say something like adoption, which is the most compassionate practice a parent can do, is wrong.
I would say the most passionate thing that a parent could do is like give an organ to their child or rescue a child from a burning building or something like that. But adoption is cool too.
There's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Backpack. What does Allah say about adoption?
Oh yeah, and this is their backpack. It's like they stole it from Dora the Explorer, and they always have this little backpack. And the backpack doesn't even read like the book. It just does this little silly little voice thing. It's kind of funny, I guess, but it's just pretty boring, and the graphics suck. Backpack is backpack. Making me back on the backpack.
Well, looky what we have here. It's the Quran, Surah 33, verses 4 to 5, where Allah responds to Muhammad having an adopted son.
See, Muhammad had one.
Exactly.
All right, so that's pretty much disproves his whole argument, but let's continue.
But not for long. Verse.
He says not for long, but I'm telling you, he's going to disprove his whole argument.
4. Allah has not made for any man two hearts inside his body. Neither has he made your wives, whom you declare to be like your mother's backs, your real mothers, nor has he made your adopted sons your real sons. That is but your saying with your mouths. But Allah says the truth, and He guides to the right way. Next verse. Call them, your adopted sons, by the names of their fathers, their real fathers, i.e. not you. That is more...
All right, so it doesn't say their real fathers. It just says their fathers. So maybe if you adopt like a family member's child, or maybe if you have an adopted child and you want to maybe like wait for years, or probably not tell them in their life that they were adopted, that the all-powerful God is just telling you to tell them the truth, like off bat, so they would know that. Like, let's say a white family adopted a black child. He's gonna know something's up when he has like two white parents. So maybe you should let the cat out the bag earlier.
Just with Allah. But if you know not their fathers' names, call them your brothers in faith. Call them your...
Yeah, clearly it's referencing like Muhammad's son, I guess. I guess you would call a daughter your sister in faith. But hey, maybe he means faith by destiny, or faith as in this reference, since Muhammad's adopted son is in the same faith as him. Yeah. So they're brothers in faith.
Brothers in faith. You can call him your brother in faith if he's your fellow Muslim, but you do not call him your son, because he is not your son. Muhammad had an adopted son named Zayd. Allah told him, get rid of that adopted son, call him by his real dad's name. You're not his real dad. And
well, Most High God did not say get rid of the adopted son. He said that nowhere in the quotation. Just call him by brothers by faith. Now, this conclusion that you do like a name change and call a person brother by faith mean that you have to kick them out or abandon them is totally them.
He had to declare him no longer his son. Boom!
So that's what's going on.
Wait, he's still his son, but the title changed. He's his brother in faith.
On there?
Exactly.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
How do you know?
Because that's what the Muslim sources say, and that's what Allah says in the Holy Quran.
So he just goes from my son to my brother?
He's your brother if he is a Muslim. Is he a Muslim?
I mean, he could convert the child, but when it comes to like name changes, I feel a little bit strange about that, because if I married like my wife and then her sisters will be my sister-in-law, so technically like I guess I'll have a sister-in-law, and then I'll have like a father-in-law. Her father is my father, so I kind of think that's a little bit creepy, because technically we have the same fathers, so it's kind of creepy. But that's what's up with name changes. I wouldn't like abandon my wife because of that.
I think so.
Well, you can find out, but either way, you have to cast him out.
Wait, how would he what if his son decides to convert to Islam? Why would he have to cast him out? Or even if his son doesn't convert to Islam, he's still considered a brother of faith because he's under an Islamic house. I mean, still, this whole cast them out, and they made a false claim saying that Islam doesn't allow adoptions. Yes, it does. I mean, just a name change.
He doesn't know his dad.
Cast him out.
He doesn't know his dad's name.
Cast him out.
That's
of
why I
the
had to
house.
adopt him.
Cast him out of the house.
So you first had me kill my dog, Mr. Scruffles, and now...
Yeah, that was from a verse that says that Muhammad. They say that Muhammad says that dogs are hellhounds. Previously in this series, the series is just a bunch of bigoted bunch of shit.
Marco, you probably think you're about to go on a trip, and maybe you're kind of excited because I told
told you to get all your stuff, and you are going to go.
He didn't even try to convert him. I mean, thanks to his logic, I mean, at least he could have converted him to be a brother in faith, but he didn't even try that. He just kicks the child out.
See, he had a son who he adopted, but that was wrong to do. You know why? Because Muhammad wanted to marry this man's wife. Now, let's say you grow up one day and you have a wife, and I want to marry her, and I can't because you're my son. How do you think that would make me feel?
Well, you can't marry her because that would be his wife, and that would actually be like a woman cannot get married twice because that's polygamy. So the reason why you couldn't marry her is because she would be a polygamist, not because it's your son's. Well, actually, it is because it's your son's wife. You just can't, unless your son divorces her, then you can marry her, I guess. But hey.
Now listen, I have to listen to Allah. Surah 33, 4 and 5 tells me that none of these men were supposed to call Muhammad father. So Muhammad's not the father of it.
You know what? I find that ironic because Jesus actually said that nobody should call him father. Heck, he said nobody should call him good. Hold on. Now, here's something interesting. They're talking about father and all this stuff, but Jesus in Matthew 23, verse 9 said, do not call anyone on earth father, for you have one Father, and he is in heaven. And also, he also mentioned do not call anybody good on Mark 10:18. Why do you call me good? Jesus answered, no one is good except God. So if this whole big thing about calling people fathers and stuff like that is so big, but yet Jesus Christ said, do not call anybody father on heaven, then is Jesus siding with Muhammad? I guess. I don't know. But please like, share this video, and subscribe. These people are Islamophobes. Disgusting.